Hey guys, in today's video, I am hand cleaning dishes. So today's video is definitely a hand washing dishes motivation video for you to do your own dishes with me. So if you have some dishes that you need to hand wash, I hope today's dishes video gives you all the motivation to hand wash your kitchen dishes along with me. So I decided that I'm going to hand wash my dishes instead of putting them in the dishwasher. And so I'm going to go ahead and get all of these dishes kind of stacked up. And then me personally, I prefer to clean my sink before I wash any of my dishes. I don't want to put washed dishes inside of my sink unless it is scrubbed out, and then I will change out my water several times while I'm washing dishes. I just prefer to have clean soap and water in a clean sink whenever I'm washing my dishes. That's just my preference. I would love to know how you do your dishes by hand, if you ever wash your dishes by hand. I know a lot of people like to use dishwashers, and I know some people prefer to do them by hand, but let me know if you have any tips or hacks for washing your dishes down below in the comments. I'm going to be honest, when it comes to how to do the dishes the correct way and efficiently and fast and all of those good things, doing the dishes by hand, there are so many techniques and tips and hacks. And I'm going to be honest, I am not perfect whenever it comes to deep cleaning the correct way. I'm just sharing how I do the dishes. I will tell you the first thing that I recommend is having some gloves when you are washing dishes. I don't have any. I ran out of them. I don't hand wash my dishes all the time, so I don't usually keep them on hand very often, but I do recommend them. But you will see throughout my video today that I don't wear them. But I do want to share some other tips and hacks as I go along with cleaning. And the first one for me personally is to make sure that my sink is cleaned. I just feel like bacteria is definitely a real thing. And if I'm going to wash dishes in a sink, I want it to be cleaned. So I use a clean sponge and some dishwashing soap. My favorite one right now is just Dawn. I feel like it's really good with cutting grease and stuff. And I know that a lot of you have recommended like the spray Dawn, and I have tried that a couple of times, and I'm just honestly, to me it didn't, I just didn't really see a huge difference between the liquid and the spray besides the price. So just personally, I just buy the regular Dawn, but the spray one works great as well. I just don't see the point in paying the extra money for the same product. But that's just me. Like I said, to each its own. Anyway, once I have the sink deep cleaned, I will go ahead and spray it out really well. And then I personally like to wash my dishes by hand with hot water. And I change out my water several times whenever I am washing my dishes. The other thing that I like to make sure whenever I am hand washing dishes is that I start with the cleanest dishes first and then work my way to the dirtiest dishes. I just feel like once the food kind of gets into the water, it contaminates the water, and then you have to re-clean everything and change out the water. So by cleaning the cleanest dishes first, I'm getting less food in the water, therefore less bacteria. But I am curious, how do you guys do your dishes? Let me know down below if you follow a similar way of hand washing your dishes, or is there a different technique that you like to do whenever you hand wash your dishes? My steps in washing dishes by hand are pretty easy. Like I said, I like to stack up my dishes and then I will clean my sink thoroughly before I load up the sink with soapy water. And then, like I said, I definitely change out my uh, soapy water. I also like to either change out the dishwashing cloth or sponge that I'm using regularly, or I will wash it really well before I start a new load of dishes. So that's just my technique. I feel like I want everything to be clean because if I'm using dirty stuff on dishes, I'm really just spreading the germs, in my opinion. So I just prefer to have everything nice and clean and sanitized. This way, I feel like I'm killing a lot more bacteria and everything is getting more clean. Most of the time, I will use a dish rack whenever I do my dishes to help them dry. But in this particular video, I just used dish towels. And like I said, to each its own. I don't really see a difference in them. I feel like maybe the dish rack might be a little bit easier for drying, but I also feel like if it's not kept clean, it can definitely harbor some bacteria and grossness to it. So a lot of times I just like to use dish towels that I'll put down beside the sink after I've cleaned and sanitized everything and just allow them to dry. I know that there are a lot of people that prefer to dry their dishes with towels, and I don't see anything wrong with that. In this particular video, I winded up just letting my dishes hand dry or air dry, not hand dry, air dry. But I am curious, do you guys use a dish rack or do you prefer to use dish towels? And I'm also curious, do you prefer to use the dishwasher or do you prefer to hand wash your dishes? I am kind of curious on how many votes. If we did a hand washing dishes versus dishwasher type poll, which one do you think does better when it comes to cleaning your dishes? Let me know down below in the comments. When it comes to the best way to hand wash dishes, I probably could have learned a lot from you. So if you have any techniques, hacks, tips on the right way, or a simple guide on how to wash dishes by hand, let me know down below because I am sure there are so many people that read comments. I don't know about you, but I love checking out the comments. I feel like I learned so much from comments whenever I'm doing any kind of videos or from watching another YouTuber's videos. So if you have any tips or hacks, let me know down below. Like I said, I love to learn from you guys. But anyway, I do love watching other YouTubers, and recently I watched a video on how to wash dishes efficiently, and so I tried to make sure I shared a lot of those same tips, but I also wanted to be honest with how I do things and give it my own kind of technique and just be authentic with you guys because I definitely like to put realistic cleaning motivation on my channel. So if my video makes hand washing dishes easier for you and it gives you the motivation, then I definitely want to share that with you. But if you guys have any things to make hand washing easier, like I said, definitely let me know in the comments below because like I said, I love learning from you as well. And I love getting motivation from you guys. So it's kind of a two-way street. And if you do enjoy today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I do love to share real life mom content on my channel. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 young children, and so I am constantly sharing videos like today's video, and I love to share laundry hacks and cleaning motivation and clean with me's and all kinds of cleaning motivation for you. So if you do enjoy that, like I said, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It's absolutely free and it helps out my channel a ton.